to my first manga haul of 2021. Now, I started collecting manga in 2020, like towards the end of it though, so I don't really have a large collection. And this was my first time going to KinoKuniya, New York City. It's one of the bigger manga shops in New York. They export stuff from all over the world, most specifically Japan. So if you want some authentic Japanese stuff, it's not just manga. They have figures, Gunpla, all that. Next time I go, I'll think I'll record a video for you guys. But today it's just the manga haul. And let me tell you guys, I found some good stuff for me personally, at least. Now, the first one I found was Yuyu Hakusho. Now, this is the first one I want to talk about because this is my favorite manga of all time. Not manga, I'm sorry, anime of all time. I've never read the manga before, but the anime was not the first, but it was the first anime, not the first anime I ever watched, but it was the first anime I was 100% able to say was my favorite anime of all time. Now, I've watched some great anime since Yu Yu Hakusho, but nothing has come close to what Yu Yu Hakusho was. For me, it might be nostalgia blocking my view, but I know it was a great show, so it can't all be nostalgia. But I know this is by far my favorite anime, and it's a shame because I've never read the manga, but that changes today. I got chapter 1 because that's all they had. Well, they had the rest of the chapters, but I think I'm gonna get the rest online. I just got it now to read it and then get the rest later on. But yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho, my favorite anime of all time. I do want to get this dude tatted on me. I got a few anime tattoos as is. I'll probably make a video about that later on in the channel. But for now, I know I want to get him tatted. Yu Yu Hakusho, Urameshi, can't say his name that well. Yusuke Urameshi is the main character. He dies accidentally. He wasn't supposed to die for like years to come because everybody has a set time that they die, and he just died early. So he's given a chance. Well, he died early saving a child. He's given a chance to come back to life, and he uses that chance to save this girl, which was one of the very few people in his life that was nice to him, because he was a hooligan, a troublemaker. Not really, he was a nice guy at heart, but he just sometimes caused trouble. And she was the only person that saw him as a nice guy. So to save her life, he gives up his chance to come back to life. But by doing that, he shows the gods that he is a good person at heart if he was able to give away his chance to come back to the human world to save one person. And that brings him back to life that way. But he comes back to life and he's hunting demons now because the world they live in, there's demons and humans. Demons are always causing trouble for the humans. So he's been assigned as a detective, a spirit detective. So he goes hunts demons, etc. He goes on all these adventures. It's just a great story. I recommend the anime so much. I'm gonna read the manga and I'm sure I'll love it. But yeah, that was the first one, favorite anime of all time, Yu Yu Hakusho. Look at this, it's so beautiful. All right, that's the first one we got at KinoKuniya. Then I got, the GOAT, Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball, the omnibus, book one. Only got the first one, but I'm sure I'll love it and get the next one. Am I going to rant on this one? Because I love Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Everything after Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, I stopped watching. I couldn't watch it because of how the power level was done. Everything until Super was okay. Super really destroyed the power level in this show. What's it called? The Super Saiyans in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball C were, oh my god, they worked for it. It was earned. They went through trials and tribulations. They lost loved ones to get that form. But now in Super, it's just like Super Saiyans are weak, bro. RDC World said it best once. They said that if a Super Saiyan were to come in to the room, I'd probably have a chance of beating him because, man, they have done the Dragon Ball series so bad with the Super Saiyan. The Super Saiyan was the coolest thing of all time to me as a kid, and now it's just another power up that they're gonna pull out when Goku's losing. But yeah, Dragon Ball Super. The reason I love Dragon Ball is because of the old type of art style. Look at the art style. Like, I love anime, but I love the old anime like Yu Yu Hakusho because the art that it had in the show, it had so much more character than the shows we have now. Like, the shows we have now are, if possible, too pretty. Like, these old shows had such character because most of them were hand drawn. Some of them didn't have the best animation, but the story carried them. Like, but now everything is just too pretty. So nothing is really pretty if everything is pretty. But Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball, the old art style, I love them so much. and that's why I love them as is. But yeah, the art style in these, oh my god, that's what I can't wait to read. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z, and Yu Yu Hakusho, one of my favorite anime of all time. Now, talking about favorite anime of all time, Raroni Kenshin. This guy right here is the GOAT. The reason I love this show and I picked this book up is because if you don't know, which you should, Raroni Kenshin is Kenshin's name. He's a samurai. He was an infamous samurai for the amount of battles that he was in, the amount of people he had killed, and after years and years of killings, he finally found out that that wasn't no way to live his life. So he decided to be a wanderer. All he wants is to live a peaceful life, live his best life without hurting nobody, helping others. But his past won't let him do it because there's always people coming after him, not to meet Kenshin the Wanderer, but to meet Kenshin the Murderer. The person they meet him to test their strength. If you want to be claimed as the strongest, you have to defeat Kenshin. You don't have to, but that's how they test themselves. So because of everything he did in the past, it's almost impossible for him to live a peaceful life. And it's up to you to decide if he deserves to live a peaceful life, because he did do a lot of wild stuff in his war days, a lot of murders, a lot of assassinations, all of that. He was just constantly in war and bloodshed. But listen, it's up to you to decide if he deserves a peaceful life. But this character is a kind soul. You would never picture him as the killer that he was, but this man is a kind soul, great story, and great art style. The author, not the best of person. If you know, you know, but Raroni Kenshin, I can't wait to start reading this. I saw the anime, love the anime, and I'm sure I'm gonna love the manga as well. That was the third one I picked up. The 1 and 3. I'll keep getting the rest of them online probably. Making sure I'm not shaking. All right. After that, I picked up Ajin. Now, Ajin, I watched the anime. I got decently far. I got up to the rescue mission where they were trying to rescue the main character, and that's when I stopped it because it was a great high note. But for whatever reason, I must have been busy or something because I stopped watching it. Let's see. After this, how do I explain this book or this show? Ajins, there's two people, regular humans and Ajins, the demi-humans. Now, the demi-humans can be seen as the bad guys, but in reality, the humans are the real bad guys because they turn the demi-humans into evil people. Because demi-humans are people who die and come back to life instantly. Now, the humans see that and are scared of it. They choose to capture Ajins and demi-humans to do experiments on them, kill them over and over again, and just practically torture. They're torturing these poor people, and just because they were born different as demi-humans. And now our main character does not care about anything at all. He doesn't care about being a demi-human. He doesn't care about what's happening to the demi-humans, and he doesn't care about the war. He wants to live his life in isolation, not being bothered by anyone. He had a normal life. He was a student, A plus, only cared about studying. Then finds out he's a demi-human and starts being hunted by the police, practically, and other people who want a bounty on his head. So, because if you turn an Ajin in, you supposedly get money from the government. So he's hunted by people and the government. He meets up with other Ajins. He doesn't like most of them because he's just there might be something wrong with him. Again, I didn't get very far into the anime because he's not really the hero of the story. He's really of an antagonist. His friend is more of a hero than he is. If he was the main character, he'd be the real main character, his friend. But yeah, Ajin, can't wait to keep reading it. Want to see how it goes. Hopefully this book gets me back into the anime. There's one character I really like. The old guy in this anime was really cool. I hope he's done justice in the manga as well. Sorry, let me flip you off. Whew. Next. Sorry, I talk too much. To Your Eternity. Now this is a beautiful, beautiful manga. The trials and tribulations that the main character goes to, it's so amazing. Like, you start this book off and the main character literally sits there as a rock for what feels like an eternity. Years and years go by. Just like a lucky coincidence, an animal dies, the wolf dies on the rock that he was, and he becomes the wolf. This character goes through life with a lot of pain because all he's looking for is someone to live life with, because he's immortal, and then everyone he meets ends up dying. He meets good people along the way, but struggle just follows him. There's these monsters after him that want to kill him, so any friends he makes, he brings into his struggles. but it sucks because he doesn't want to be lonely, but to keep people safe, he has to be lonely. Even when he does make friends, they end up dying either of old age because they were hunted and killed in one of his adventures. It's really beautiful. Like I said, I highly recommend To Your Eternity. I was up to date, then I stopped reading it. I know for a fact I want to keep collecting this one because it's a really good book. I highly recommend it. And again, tearjerker. It's not all tearjerker. It is action adventure, but it does have its moments. You feel bad for this character sometimes, and his friends. You feel bad for the friends as well, who just wanted to help him and not make him lonely anymore. But yeah, To Your Eternity, beautiful book. Highly recommend. After that, Parasite. Now, I did watch Parasite the Maximum, and I loved it, of course. I haven't read the manga, unfortunately. Same with Yu Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha. It's sad because those are my favorite anime, and I never read the manga for them. But Parasite, can't really say a lot about the manga because I'm sure it differs from the anime in many ways. But yeah, Parasite, well, as the title says, parasites from outer space come in, they infect humans, and the infected humans go on a killing spree. They kill other regular humans, other infected humans sometimes, and it's just murder spree. They eat other humans. Our main character, only his right hand got infected, so he still has his whole body, his whole consciousness except for his right hand. Because once a parasite takes you over, you're no longer there. You're just the host. Your body is there, but the mind becomes whatever the mind of the parasite was, which makes the story very interesting because every parasite has a different personality. They're not all evil. Some, yes, but some of them learn to adapt to human life, and some of them are good parasites. Not all of them. Most of their goals are to kill. But if a parasite doesn't completely infect you, half of your personality can affect them and turn them into a good person or into an even worse person. And there are some parasites that there's multiple parasites inside one body, and that just adds for comedy and storytelling because every parasite is different personalities. It just makes you think. It's not just all black and white. It makes you think about the characters. But Parasite, great story, a lot of blood and gore in the anime, so I can only imagine it's upped in the manga. In the manga, I'm sure the blood and gore was upped a bit, but highly recommend the anime, and I'm sure I'll love this. Got chapter 1. I'll get chapter 2 as time goes on. If I like this one, I'll keep collecting them. In my next manga haul, you guys will probably see the continuation of these chapters. I'm doing one every month because I do have a small manga collection right now. It's to my right. I'll show it to you guys maybe in another video. Here's a quick peek of it. But I have all of these. I'll make a video about them later. And then next month, you guys will see continuations of that. Then you guys see it. Vinland Saga. My guy. This guy, Thorfinn. It is character development on character development on character development. Thorfinn went from this kid who had nothing but revenge on the mind. He wanted nothing but revenge for the death of his father. And to do that, he does evil things. Evil. He kills and raids innocent villages. He tries to save some people, but it's mostly a bad thing. But it's not what his father wanted for him at all. His father was a kind soul. He saved a slave that was dying. And then he wanted nothing but goodness for Thorfinn. He didn't want him to go to war. He didn't want him to be violent. And because he wanted revenge for his father, everything his father did not want for him, he became. But later on in the story, it gets so good. He changes the person he was. He realizes the error of his ways, that he's become something his father never wanted him to be. And he tries to help others and abolish slavery, explore the land, and help his village. He becomes a good person all around. It's a very long journey though, so this is just chapter 1. It's not multiple chapters. This is just book 1. And it's a very long way because he does a lot of bad things for a while before he realizes the error of his ways. And even before then, does bad things. Something happens, which I'm not gonna spoil. Then he doesn't even want to live anymore. He just wants to die. But then he realizes dying isn't gonna solve anything. He's not helping anybody by dying. He makes friends out of enemies. He's just a great character. Highly recommend. The side characters are all awesome. There's some comedy later on, but listen. Vinland Saga, great story, characters, and characters development. I'm telling you, this guy's the GOAT. After that, we got 2 more left. We've got Madoka Magica. Now, You would think that this book would be a generic magical girl anime or manga. And if you guys have seen the anime, you know that's not true. Let me tell you why. Because in anime or in manga, I mean, if an author uses a lot of black, it's not because his characters in his show and his manga are very upright and a good way to go. No, it's because it is dark, gory, bloody, has a dark story, and that's what I like. Because you pick this book up or you pick up the anime and you expect one thing and get something completely different. Now I'm gonna flip through the pages. You see all this? You see all the black and gray and dark tones that this author uses. Just flipping through it, you do not see a lot of bright colors. The farther and farther we get into the end, the more black he uses. That's because this book is not what it looks like. Madoka Magica, yes, it has magical girl aspects to it, but it is not that. The story carries this so hard, and the action as well. But the story, the darkness that these girls have to go through, character development for them as well. But yeah, Madoka Magica, highly recommend because of the greatness that it is. And again, thick book is the whole complete series. I can't wait to start reading it. I never finished the anime, so I'm gonna try and finish the manga, then rewatch the anime. Because I'm more of a manga guy now. When I was younger, it was anime all the way. There wasn't an anime I didn't like, but as I got older, the pickier I got, such is the way of growing up. Now, after all of these, some mostly dark, sad, action-filled manga, I decided to get myself Spy Family because this is the only manga that can actually make me laugh. This manga is a complete 180 or 180 from these, which action, some dark stuff, but this Spy Family is just pure comedy. This author right here, Tatsuya Endo, is a comedic genius. I don't want to say on the same level as Gintama, but he's up there. Just listen to the premise, bro. A spy has a mission to infiltrate a school, so he has to find a fake wife who just happens to be an assassin, and he randomly adopts a daughter that just happens to be a esper, a telepath. And the telepath is the reason why this book works so well. Her facial expressions, her dialogue is, oh my god, comedy gold. Sorry, my hand keeps getting in the way, but comedy gold. I recommend this so much. Because after reading all this, sometimes you just want to have a good laugh. And Spy Family is that book. I highly recommend it. Honestly, let me see if I can find a page with the facial expressions. Because this book is, look, right there. Like, it goes from that, all of that. I don't want to spoil too much. It's not really spoiled because it's a comedy. To these and it's a coming of age of family. It works how this fake family is turning into a real one. Because she was adopted, so she loves both her parents, and through her, these two start to fall in love in real life. Even though it was supposed to be a fake marriage at first, they start falling for each other. And he, who never wanted kids, who never wanted a family, starts like loving his entire family. It's the perfect family. Well, not the perfect family because an assassin, a spy, and a telepath. But honestly, I recommend this so much. I'm gonna be picking up the rest of them. I have read far ahead, but I want to collect the manga. So yeah, that was it for now. That was the haul from KinoKuniya. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And you know what? Actually, I did also get this figure. There's a Kira figure. I got the motorcycle one at the front. He's right here on my bookshelf. I got lucky. That's the one I wanted to. Next time I go to KinoKuniya, I'll record it. Because I didn't record it this time. And I'll try and get the rest because they are all a set that goes together. You can connect some of them to make one big piece. But yeah, I'll go get the next one of this one. And next video, I'll show you guys, the rest of my manga collection. Because I have a lot to talk about. I'm going to wait for it to get a bit bigger. The goal for 2021 is to complete this shelf and get another one. That's the goal for 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.